Welcome to the Urban Homesteading channel. I'm Professor DIY. Behind the camera is Mrs. DIY, and on her side, you cannot see her, is Elpida. We appreciate you visiting, and we want you to know you are our favorite viewer. Today we're going to try to finish our kitchen, right? We did repaint all the cabinets, and now we're going to put very modern, are those modern looking?
Yeah.
Modern pool. So today we are going to go from this to this beautifully updated kitchen cabinet with brand new pools that brings this kitchen up to the 21st century, right? So one of the first things before you start making holes is to make sure that if you have one of those adjustable jigs, that your jig is set correctly. And the way you do that is you put your two screws, no, you're not in the hole actually, you're in there, and make sure that you are aligned, and we are aligned, right?
Yep.
And the same process if you use the handmade jig. And we're going to show you, it's identical of course. And make sure that, of course on this, once you check it after you make it, the holes will not change, right?
Right.
But on the adjustable one, they might, and we might want to go and make sure that everything is tight, right? All right? And the next step is to grab the drill bit, grab a drill, and make holes.
Well, it just moved.
The middle one, if you only have a single pull, you know.
Right.
So now with our drills hold, with our holes drilled,
Our drills hold.
it is easier if one person just drives the screws through, the other person holds the handle, and the first person drives them, right? Now this is something technically you can do by yourself, don't you think? Like one person?
Yeah, probably.
And we only have to do that another 300 times. Well, not 300. Slight exaggeration, huh? Excellent. I guess we can use the power. It will go faster, no?
Power tools tend to go
All right.
faster.
Can you close the door, please? And there we go. Perfecto. So on your bottom cabinet, the only difference is that you're going to go on the top corner versus the bottom corner of the side that opens. So we reset the jig for drawers. And again, that's the advantage of this jig. We would have to make another jig if we are the DIY route, right? And that will put our pulse on this consistent spot in all the drawers.
and take these out. Alright, let's take the silverware out.
Now we're showing you off our extreme collection of tools. We even have hyper tough tools, right?
Yep.
Actually, we love this little thing. I know some people thumb their nose, is that the correct expression?
Yep.
At hyper tough, but we like that tool a lot. And we're going to repeat this for all our drawers. It is almost 90 degrees. Actually, it is 90 degrees in the shop, above 90 outside. And we try to do inside things, but the thing we're going to do now has to happen in the shop. That was better, right? Right about this set of tools we bought is that they came with adjustable screws, right? They are screws that they have, I'll show you, areas you can cut them without damaging the threads. That's the important thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we had to use them for sure, because even though they came with 4 screws per pull, the short ones were too short and these ones were too long. So cutting them down worked absolutely perfect. Right? Or 20 seconds. What century are we?
I don't know.
Anyway, so ladies, what did we learn? For sure, would you imagine have to measure for each spoon? We would be here for days, right?
Right.
Use a jig, make it or purchase it. The jig we purchased that we saw you using today is only $8. It is not an expensive. And given the money you're going to save by renovating your kitchen yourself, I think $8 is a very reasonable cost.
Very reasonable price point. Yeah.
Now, what else we learned? Plan the project. We found out that in our case, we have different thicknesses. This is a very old house, right?
Yeah. So in the cabinets, they are this thick. But the drawers, we had to go through an extra layer of the box.
Luckily, we did not cut all our screws because this came with various screws sizes, and one of them is adjustable, I guess I will call it.
We
Right.
have increments marked on the screw.
Right, so we did cut half of them, and luckily we didn't cut all of them because really there were at least 2 that needed to be a different length. And the long ones were too long, the short one was too short, and the newly cut ones were too short, right?
Right.
Or too long, I don't remember, there was something, but they weren't fitting. That's
But
it.
if we had cut all the screws, we would have been screwed.
If we cut all the screws, we would have been screwed, and not in a good way.
Right.
But anything else? What did we learn today? Don't work in the heat, because we're in the heat for maybe 10
Right.
minutes, and we're all looking like we've been plowing the fields.
Make sure, another thing is that because we've got drawers and we've got doors, and the parameters for each of those is different. Like your drawer size might be different, so you're going to need to adjust your tool to fit exactly the thing you're working on. And so you want to do all the ones that are the same together, right in a row, and then adjust it for your next set.
Right. And also for productivity, this tool allows us to make the holes and then go and do the attaching, right?
Right.
Where you can do it the other way, but I think it will take a little longer because you're switching tasks all the time, right? And you're switching tools. Overall, this is a good project to do when it is really hot outside, right? Don't you think?
Right. And we did have to empty our drawers a little bit to get inside to attach the screws, but that was a minor inconvenience.
So friends, this is our short episode for today, and it's really completing the last two episodes that we saw you when we compare the jigs. We talk about to make a jig, right? And we were doing those in preparation for this project. If you're hiring someone to do something that simple, you probably spend several $100s, maybe close to $1,000, right? And pools in general are not the cheapest things to buy, but these were a very good deal.
Yep,
And we found out that by buying more than you need, actually you save money.
right.
If we have bought exactly what we needed, first of all, because one of the screws broke, we would be one short. And secondly, would you spend more money? But Mrs. DIY is better to explain that. How is it possible to buy more things and spend less money?
It's like going to the really big discount club stores. When you buy more, you save more.
So look at all your options, right? And look at the local stores, look at the restores. Sometimes they have a bunch of the same things. Sometimes they don't, right? But look at every option. Look at the store of everything, aka Amazon, right? Usually the big box stores are the most expensive option for things like that. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
But you never know, they might have a special deal. We have bought pools before because they were like on yellow clearance. They were getting rid of them.
And sometimes you can get like $10 for a box of
Right.
whatever, right?
So this was not a difficult project. Definitely, we are glad to do this project versus the project outside, because we would have all melted. But other than that, the result is very nice, don't you guys think?
Yep, I like it.
Alright friends, if you enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up. If you didn't hit the other button twice, share, like, subscribe. Let us know, do you like episodes like that? And would you like to see more episodes show you how to do simple house upgrades? A kitchen upgrade is supposed to be one of the most profitable things you can do for your house, and definitely has the most immediate impact in increasing the quality of your life, right? In the enjoyment of your house. So bathrooms and kitchens tend to be very good projects to do by yourself and save you a lot of money while adding equity to your house. From Professor DIY, Mrs. DIY and Elpida, let's upgrade our houses together.